Ford is selling Volvo to Geely. We partner now with the FT to bring you Lex on Bloomberg. You get a sneak peek at the Financial Times' flagship column a day early. Ben McLannahan joining us now from Hong Kong. Ben, always glad to check in with you. So this seems to represent a pretty big global shift, right, in manufacturing, kind of U.S. to Western Europe to China.
That's right. If you listen to what Geely said, its justification for paying all this money for Volvo is not to, initially at least, not to tap Western markets, the US or Western Europe. It's to go into China and to really ramp up Volvo within China, where they sold about 50,000 units last year, which doesn't sound bad, but compared to the market leader in the premium segment, which is Audi, that's about 130,000. They got a long way to go. And I think step one will be get onto those government procurement lists, which so far it isn't.
Now, Ben, we know this ends more than a year of uncertainty for Volvo. I mean, why did it take so long?
Yeah, it's taken about 2 years. Well, if they get clearance in the third quarter, it would have been two years since Geely initially went into Ford with a speculative bid in the summer of 2008. And it's taken this long for two reasons. The first is fears over loss of intellectual property outside of the agreement that the buyer strikes with the seller. Chinese manufacturers don't have a very good record, quite frankly, of protecting the interests of foreign joint venture partners. Volkswagen's got into all sorts of trouble, and even the notionally private ones like BYD. If you compare its F3 model with the Toyota Corolla, it's impossible to really see any differences at all. So that's one. And the second is fears over Geely's status. It is notionally private. It has grown up without the explicit backing of the state. But at the same time, if you look at the way the financing for this is broken down, it's clear that Geely is backed by the machinery of the state here. The purchase price is 1.8 billion, and of that, Geely's paying about 800. The rest is coming from regional investments, which is just a byword for local governments.
Yeah, I mean, Geely didn't really give any details how it's going to finance the deal, but as you just mentioned, I mean, many people saying, look, it's going to come, the money's going to come locally.
That's right.
All right. So, Ben, what else do we need to know about the story? I mean, what's the next step? I don't think Ben can hear us anymore in Hong Kong. We'll just thank Ben there for his insight. Ben McLannahan joining us from Hong Kong from the FT.